Hey guys, just hanging out here in the house. Just wanted to throw this in here. We haven't been out to the shelters, so I put together a few little clips from here around the house for you guys. And I'm gonna be doing a few more as we go. We will be getting out to the shelter soon, as I've got some things I wanna try and work on. While you're at it, watch all the way through, please. And check out our Instagram page, Oak and Hazel at Instagram. It's got a lot more of the little projects that we're working on, different things that we're trying. It tells a little bit more of our story as well. All right, thanks and take care. Morning, guys. I haven't been able to do much filming lately because I've been working on starting another job. Need to be able to support the family with the pandemic and everything. The industry I was in kind of got locked down quite a bit, so I was out of work. So today I wanted to talk to you about something really simple, a different way of splitting wood in a much safer fashion. So batoning. I carved this one out of a piece of maple. We've got maple tree in the front yard that ever since the summer I've been pruning and cutting back branches, even made a teepee in the backyard with some of the branches. So this is my first time making a baton. Yeah, it's got a little bit of bend to it, but it's got some good heft, some decent weight. And one of the reasons I want to use wood to baton versus using metal is I don't want to lose the temper on my steel. So I'm going to be showing you how to baton with the hatchet as well as with a knife. So with the hatchet, right there, see, it's not a really big piece of wood, but just showing you really simple. You want to hammer straight down on the back of the axe. You get a beautiful little split. Now the neat thing here is being able to do that with a knife. And the knife you want to do that with should be something with a thick spine to it. My hunting knife here by Hunt Shield, more of a chopper style. I don't use it really for cutting things much, maybe some cord, while I'm notching branches and stuff to make chairs, to make benches, platforms, walls. That's primarily, this is my work knife for that. I don't really use it for food or for small stuff. I actually specifically do not use it for food. So this too you can use to be able to split wood into kindling. Works really nicely. Just comes straight down on the spine. And look at that. See how that comes down right like that? And I just hammer straight down. And it's actually coming towards a knot. And it popped that knot off right across beautifully. And then you can even go further, split it even further, split it right down. And like I said, you don't want to affect the temper of the steel by hitting it with a metal hammer or anything like that, because then it'll become brittle and it loses its ability to maintain strength. So there you go. That's kindling making using a baton 101. So hopefully I'll be able to get back out to the shelter soon, show you some more stuff. Chris went out there and built a little bit of a table, and we're going to be continuing that and working on the wall some more. Alrighty, hope to see you soon. Keep your stick on the ice. Hey guys, me again. Back here this time in the workshop at home. Because yeah, it's going to be a while before I get back out to the shelter, sadly, just because of a new job starting up and stuff. But what I wanted to do was revisit a concept I looked at very quickly in an earlier probably one of my first videos on here, and that was taking a look at the construction of feather sticks and how to do it, because I've gotten a lot better at it. I was fairly new at it back then, and I've been practicing and I've been working more at it. And you see today I'm using my son's little carpenter axe thing. This came from Princess Auto. Didn't have a lot of uses for it. I found it was actually half decent at shaving down the spoon and the spatula and stuff like that, because this keeps a really keen edge and it's really thin. But it turns out it's also really good for feather sticks, because my big hunting knife has a more convex edge, a much thicker edge, and it's better for chopping, not so much for like carving and skinning and stuff like I said. It's my work knife for when I'm out in the bush, to be able to, you know, build stuff and be able to notch wood for furniture and stuff like that. So this actually turns out it's actually quite good for close up work. And I'm actually going to put my work gloves on. Just, I'm a little bit accident prone, and I just want to make sure that I stay safe. I know, not me being freaky or anything, but you wouldn't believe the amount of times I've cut my fingers just doing silly things. So you see, I already started making the little curls, and this is not something that you go at really fast. It's something that you actually want to take your time with And this is why I like to do a few of them in advance, so that I bring this stuff, I bring the kindling, I bring a lot of, like, you know, a tinder kit and stuff like that with me, so that I can start a fire quicker, so that I'm not spending as much time. But this is stuff that you can do. Say in the summer, it's a little bit easier. In winter, you want to be better prepared. But the summer, you can do this when you're getting ready. The idea is that you're taking dry material and you're creating smaller, easier to light sections that are dry, and it gives surface area for embers to take a hold on. And so you're just shaving down, making these beautiful little curly cues, trying not to shave them off, but just go all the way around, create that feather stick, right? That feathering effect. And I find where you get those edges, like that edge there, is where you can get a good bite with your knife, or with a really sharp hatchet like I've got here. And the thing that I like with this one is I can actually knuckle up underneath the blade and push in. That's one of the reasons why see, you can make mistakes. Why I've actually got my gloves on, because I'm pushing against the back of the blade, and while it's dull, it can be a little rough on the knuckles for some folks, right? For anybody, really. And so just creating my feather stick. So I'll go all the way around, creating this feather stick, and maybe make a couple of them, you know. I'll go all the way around till I've almost carved through this piece of wood. And see, already that weight is bending it. Just me applying weight to it, because I'm digging through it. And this is maple. It will light, it will burn nicely, give off a decent amount of heat, a little bit of smoke, and some nice, there you go. And so that's a basic kind of 101 feather stick, to give you an idea, right? Taking that little piece, and this will go into the fire. And this is where you want to set your embers, is into this little section here, just to give you that feel. So just to give you an idea, you know, how to make a feather stick. And you want to create a few of them, so that it gives you that opportunity to have more surface area for embers to grab a hold of and to burn and to ignite. We'll take a look at tinder kits, because I want to build my own tinder kit. I need to find a little metal tin, make some char cloth, get some punk wood, you know, the stuff that's kind of rotten that you see woodpeckers have dug into, and pull that out, because you can burn that down to a char that then, when you get a spark onto, will ignite very easily. The same with char cloth. So I'm going to be taking a look at how to make that stuff in future videos. But for now, this is what I've got for you guys. So I hope you all stay safe. I hope you all stay healthy. Do what you need to keep your families alive and keep yourselves doing well. Keep motoring on. And, you know, rule number one. Hey guys, me back again in the workshop. Just wanted to go over kind of an introduction to something that we're going to be looking at in the future as well. Is I'm going to take a look at a few different methods of fire starting, fire building, different tools, techniques, kind of walk you through real time as I'm learning some of these things. I was always explored, always enjoyed this, even as a young man, thought a lot of these things were really fascinating and read a lot about it. And now with my own kids, being able to explore these ideas, and you see this little bow, horrible example of how to make a bow drill. It did not work very well this summer. Not so much the drill. The drill actually worked fairly, the bow actually worked fairly well. This wasn't great. Too soft of a wood. I needed something stiffer. But it was more the materials I was using for my spindle, my drill, and my baseboard, my base plate. So this wood was way too hard, and the material I was drilling into was way too hard. So it wasn't leaving any material behind. But if you look closely, you can see the scorch marks. So I was putting in a lot of effort to get little scorch marks and a little bit of smoke, which my buddy Chris and we could smell. I tried it this summer in Algonquin, but I was never actually able to get an ember. Didn't have the right kind of materials, didn't have the right little bits and pieces to get an ember, because that's what you're looking for, is an ember, not a flame, is an ember, because an ember will ignite things to flame. So I'm going to be exploring that a little bit more and trying it, and I want you guys to kind of come along with me for the ride and see my successes and, hey, maybe my failures, which is the essence of learning, right? If you're gonna fail, fail big. So I got cut off in our last video, and I just wanted to say rule number one: stay healthy, stay smart, and keep your stick on the ice.